Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Better Call Saul. Last time on Better Call Saul, we had chicanery. Oh boy, what an episode that was. Basically, it was the bar hearing of James McGill, and basically Jimmy and Kim, they were working their asses off to turn the whole thing around, and by God they did, because Chuck was just gonna rest on his laurels. He was just like, you know what? Everything's good. I don't have to do anything. I will show up. I will testify because I need to be the one to testify. But Jimmy was counting on that. And when Jimmy brought in Rebecca, Chuck did not let her leave. He was like, no, stay here. I need you to stay here, which is exactly what Jimmy planned on. And then Jimmy had Huel, of all people. Huel showed up and planted a battery on Chuck without him knowing. And basically, they have disproven his entire illness to be not a physical disease, but a mental problem. And yeah, now where this will go for Jimmy, I'm not sure. I am not sure. He may still receive some punishment, but he may not be disbarred. We'll honestly have to see, because we basically ended the episode with what Legal Eagle calls the big Perry Mason moment of, Chuck going on this entire, tirade about Jimmy, and then it just ended. So we're going to have to definitely see the fallout of this hearing, but what a brilliant episode that was, and I'm excited to see where we are going here. And hey, maybe we'll get some Mike and Gus stuff. We didn't get any of that last episode, so yeah. This is... normally I would say no spoilers. I don't think I've said that all show. I used to say in my reactions no spoilers in the comments whatsoever, which still applies. I don't want you to do that, but... Interesting. I haven't said that in a long time. Doesn't matter, though. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Better Call Saul. Here we go. Is that Domingo? It is. Man, okay, so I said last time I'm trying to get my parents to watch Breaking Bad. I did it. And man, seeing Domingo in this, that's crazy. That's it?
All right. Make it up next week.
Thank you, Nacho. Connector.
Who works for who? Huh?
Nuh. Oh shit. That's all he had to say. I mean, he's not gonna kill Domingo. I'd be fine with an entire episode about Nacho, honestly. Ooh, shit. Not even an... Ow! Jesus! Just sawed straight into his... sewed straight into his fucking hand.
You've heard from many of Mr. McGill's clients today.
Really?
Every one of them came here gladly in support of their lawyer.
Hell yeah.
Charles McGill's irrational animus towards his brother grew to epic proportions. So when Jimmy discovered that Charles had used his love and his caring against him, when he discovered he had been betrayed by his only living blood relative,
shit.
Jimmy snapped.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Nuh. You see this shit?
So now the question you must ask yourselves is this. Is the legal profession better with Jimmy McGill in it?
Oh, shit.
I believe the answer is a resounding yes.
Oh, here's to 12 short months.
Oh.
Have you given any thought to what you're going to do for the next year? With your clients?
Oh, slow down.
Oh, but he
That
has
is
been
tomorrow
suspended,
talk,
hasn't he?
Counselor. Tonight, I celebrate with the world's best defense attorney.
Yeah.
Here are your notes. It's, spread them out and roll around on them. See what happens.
Let's fuck on your notes.
I was just at Chuck's and he won't answer the door. I was out there knocking for almost an hour.
It sounds like Chuck. I'm sure he's fine. He's just being dramatic.
Oh, well, I think it's a little bit more than that. I want you to come with me to get him to let us in.
After...
Jimmy, he needs our help.
No thanks. I've already kicked my door in for the year.
Yeah.
You owe it to him.
I don't owe him squat.
Yeah. The fuck do you mean?
You got what you wanted. Now it's time to do what's right.
Yeah. No.
No.
Jimmy, he's still your brother.
Is he?
Not anymore, he's not.
He's made sure of that.
Chuck was right about you all along. He's mentally ill. What is your excuse? Enjoy your champagne.
I will. Just because Chuck was right doesn't mean he's not an asshole, though.
They need someone who knows how to pour concrete. So slide and swings need something called footings, I think.
Sweetheart, that's not really my department.
Sure it is, Pop. You built a carport when Maddie was a kid.
I did.
Yeah, he
That might have been a
told me about
long
it
time
bunch of
ago.
times. Pop, the way he talked about you, it was like you hung the moon. Sorry, I can get you out of it. I just thought...
No,
it
it's
was...
fine.
No.
Just tell me when, where. Come on, gee.
Thank you.
No. It's a good moment.
Jimmy's not going to be a lawyer for 1 year. And if he screws up, which we both know is likely, his PPD terminates. And that 1 year may turn into forever. You can keep looking backwards, stay focused on your brother, what he's up to, or you can go forward. And Chuck, listen to me. Jimmy's just not worth it.
No.
To new beginnings.
To new beginnings.
You're banking on Jimmy screwing up. The bane of your existence. Not Duracell. What was it called?
Hello, dear. Do you have a moment? I just wanted you to be the first to know that I'll be taking a brief sabbatical from the law. Just 1 year.
A brief sabbatical.
One quick trip of the Earth around the sun, and I'll be back. I will.
He has to drop his clients for a year.
All right. See you soon. On TV, right? Bye.
And 12 months, Jesus, starts now.
Francesca, get me KWBV.
Does he have to pull that ad? Think about this year to reinvent yourself.
Can you believe this? I've got 9 airings left. I'm out $4,000.
He can't let any of those run, or else it breaches the contract.
So what do you want to do about Francesca?
And do about her what?
Yeah, how much notice should we give her? 2 weeks?
Why are we firing her?
As far as I'm concerned, nothing's changed. All right? I'll hold up my end, you hold up yours. 50-50.
So you're going to keep paying for half a law office even though you're not practicing law?
Call it aspirational thinking.
Okay. But?
The day I don't show up with my half, that's the day we'll talk about closing this place.
Don't ask.
That's fair, I guess.
I'm sure one of your one friend could use a lawyer at some point.
We'll shoot 9 commercials for $4,900, okay? And that includes the 9 airings at 3:20 in the afternoon on channel KWBV. That is a prime slot with a viewership
Prime slot.
of tens of thousands
Brown
of
bricks.
potential customers.
Maybe you could make a commercial.
Have you not been listening? That's what I've been trying.
Wait, just make a commercial?
Oh, right. Hi, this is Jimmy McGill for a limited time. No. Jimmy McGill here to talk about the wonders of broadcast. No, Jimmy McGill's the name. Advertising
Get ready.
Oh, is he making a commercial about commercials?
I'm Jimmy McGill. Quick, crack open your magic bag. I'll have to Karloff this thing.
Karloff? Oh no. Hey! This is the place. The chicken factory. Wait, what if Gus needs a commercial? Oh my god, that would be so brilliant. Damn, that's where they sell that? That's where they put that shit? Probably all that shit would mask a scent, too.
Forgot how to count? You get 5.
Don Hector gets 6.
Ooh. Fucking Victor at the ready.
He's trying to take 6. We only owe him 5. He's pushing it.
Give it to him.
Sure.
Give it to him.
Man, don't make Gus repeat. I feel like we're about to start a Nacho character arc. Is this the laundromat? Yeah, it is. He's looking for a space to start selling his own, cooking his own product to sell. Yep. Lydia.
Well, it could work.
Okay then.
Yeah, because she pushed him to get product, right? What perfect tie-in. Because he had that place for a long time before he met Walt. What the hell? He's got a Nylar hoodie. Or Mylar. Damn, he's fucking going out. Oh man, they're overexposing the fuck out of Albuquerque. Oh yeah, he doesn't look like a fucking weirdo.
Yes, may I speak with Dr. Lara Cruz, please? Yes, I'll hold.
Oh. Is she the doctor that always sees him? I would imagine.
Thank you.
How long can you hold out?
So, your father.
Oh, now my phone's ringing.
A new way to get my stuff over the border. A legitimate business.
Right, but the chicken man...
Temporary. I want a new front of my own.
You want to take Nacho's dad?
My father is a simple man. He is not in the business.
Looks like Tuco knifed the guy, but he definitely broke a guard's jaw. They got him in solitary.
What? All he had to do was 6 months. He'd be in there forever.
Tuco fucked himself over. Ooh, shit. Something wrong, Hector? You got some sort of medical problems? They could put you in a wheelchair! He missed one, though. Find out what's wrong with him.
I promise, as soon as you see the first one, you're gonna want the whole package.
Oh, they do have an apartment.
Take about an hour. So I'll bring the whole team down.
I mean,
there.
it's
We'll be
still
there
Kim's
12:30
apartment, I would imagine.
sharp. Okay, and don't wear stripes, because you'll moray.
That's amore.
Just don't wear stripes. Okay, see you then.
Bells.
What commercial did you run? Not Not Gimme Jimmy.
No, I made a new one.
When?
Today.
Today. It's not my best work. It's, very last minute.
Well, you're getting calls. It can't be that bad.
Oh, God.
Now you're getting shy. Come on.
What is on this commercial?
Keep in mind.
What's that I see? Albuquerque's next TV star? It's you, small business owner, struggling to make it in today's fast-paced economy.
Where'd they get the
Thought
goatee?
television advertising was too expensive
And the costume.
for you? Better get ready to be famous, Albuquerque. I can make you a TV star for a price you can afford.
This is
Call
amazing.
me, Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman!
To know about you and your business. Call me now.
Oh my God.
The guy at the station said he's never seen so many star wipes in a row. It's never been done.
I think she's about to have a heart attack.
Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman!
It's like, Saul Good, man.
The guy has a lot of energy.
He does.
It's just a name.
Huh. He's a little different from Jimmy.
Huh.
Huh. Wow, that's where it ends. Oh my God! Oh my God, they did it. Saul Goodman. Saul Goodman. My God above. They did it! They did it. 2.5 seasons. Technically a little more than 2.5 seasons. For the birth of Saul Goodman. And man, with 12 months suspension, which I'm just going to assume takes us into the middle of season 4. 12 months suspension, you need to reinvent yourself. And day 1 he has, well, day 2 I guess, but he has a name. Saul Goodman. Oh my God. I am so unspeakably happy about that. You know what I just thought though? We've been talking about for a couple episodes about, like, if you started with Better Call Saul without watching Breaking Bad, like, could you get into it? And you guys, a lot of you guys have said you want to try that with someone in the comments. Or you guys in the comments have said you wanted to try that on someone who hasn't seen these shows. I am not brave enough to try that. I did finally get my parents to start watching Breaking Bad. We're right at the end of season 1. I don't know if I can keep them on this though. They don't dislike it. They think it's good, but it's not quite grabbing them the way I would hope. But I was not brave enough to try. I was not brave enough to try and watch Better Call Saul first. I mean, first off, I'm not even done with Better Call Saul yet, you know? Show's not even done. They're airing the final season right now. But the thing is, if you watched Better Call Saul first and then, like before, without watching Breaking Bad, it would probably take you a long while, to figure out why the show is called Better Call Saul when nobody here is named Saul, you know? The name, well, I mean, yes, at the beginning, it's, you have that scene of, oh, you have rights? I'm Saul Goodman, and it's his voice, but still, like, they've only said the name Saul one other time when it's like, oh, what's your name? It's like, Saul. Saul? Saul Goodman, And not until today Not until today have they said Saul Goodman. I love that. I love it. I love that it's like he's off-brand, you know? He's the lawyer you could trust, but now he needs to be, you know, Mr. Sensation. The only way he can be Mr. Sensation is by adopting it has to be a separate persona. And sure enough, I mean, if you think about it, see, I hope we keep going, my parents and I keep going on Breaking Bad, because I do want to rewatch a lot of Saul Goodman's scenes, you know? But there's one scene I did rewatch just on my own, and I watched it on YouTube. It was the scene just before Saul leaves, basically, at the end of season 5. And he's talking to Walter, and Walter's like, "Oh, well, we're gonna kill Jack and the rest of them and stuff." And Saul's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "Dude, I'm not your lawyer. I'm nobody's lawyer, you know?" Which I'm sure Chuck is happy about. The thing is, though, we never hear about Chuck in the future, so I don't know what the fuck that means. We never hear about Kim either, nor Howard. We heard about Nacho once. That's the best we can hope for any of these characters in this show. But when he says, you know, "Hey, I'm not your lawyer. I'm nobody's lawyer," and in that scene, rewatching it after watching a number of these episodes, he's not Saul anymore. They're calling him Saul, but that is 100% Jimmy McGill back from whatever pit he was carted off to when Saul Goodman takes over, you know? When he adopts, the Saul Goodman persona full time, basically, you know? And I'm sure there are a number of times where Jimmy shines through more than Saul in Breaking Bad, but that last scene definitely, when he's there, Saul Goodman is dead and Jimmy is in full control again, you know? And now we almost have to watch the reverse of that. He's finally Saul Goodman. He is finally Saul Goodman. Oh my god. Okay. So, very, very interesting stuff this episode. Let's go ahead and group some of these together. Let's talk about Nacho first. Nacho, very, very interesting stuff with him, where I almost feel like I think he's gonna go rogue. And I'm glad that it feels like we're about to have a big character arc, a big story arc for Nacho. And I'm glad for that, because he has sort of been the main character with the least screen time, you know? Because he has been in the main cast since episode 1, but his role has always been a bit, well, it's been lesser, you know? Where you have Jimmy's story, which includes, you know, Howard and Chuck and Kim. Then you have Mike's story, which occasionally would feature Nacho, but now is featuring Gus more. Nacho has kind of been left on his own, practically. And, you know, he's either been saddled with Tuco or now saddled with Hector. So, and now I'm ready for more with Nacho, because Nacho's a really great character, you know? So, yeah. So, definitely he's having some troubles with how, you know, Hector does business. He had to go hurt Domingo, basically. But then, everything with, you know, he has been sort of following Otas. But then, yeah, Hector needs a new legitimate business in order to peddle his product, basically. And the only way to do that, the only idea he has is to take Nacho's father's business. That definitely, like, that is the line in the sand for Nacho. Because it's like, honestly, his father does seem innocent, you know? He doesn't know anything. He's just a guy who does his upholstery, and that's that, you know? So, yeah, all of this has definitely irritated and bothered Nacho. And now, but I like, so Hector, you know, we've kind of had our ideas of like, okay, how does Hector end up in the wheelchair in Breaking Bad? But it definitely seems like he's going to start suffering from some sort of a disease. Like, you know, we're kind of thinking like, does he get shot or something? Is he like paralyzed, but he doesn't talk and stuff? So it seems like he may be suffering from a disease. And honestly, that last shot of Nacho hiding and keeping that pill, I think he's going to like reverse engineer it, basically figure out what is Hector suffering from that requires this drug, you know? This drug seems to help him, because then what I'm thinking is, if Nacho disrupts that drug in Albuquerque, you know, if he can somehow, which is a crazy thing to say, but if he can somehow disrupt the drug, then Hector will suffer, basically, you know? But if he needs someone with resources to try to help, Mike and Gus, I think they'd be more than happy to help, you know? So yeah, so that all was really, really interesting. And then, on top of that, we have Gus finding the laundromat, and cameo by Lydia. I did like that. That was really cool. And yeah, seeing that, so he's starting to get ideas, you know? He's starting to get ideas, because you guys did explain to me that Gus doesn't have any of his own product. He's just pushing for the cartel, but you can start to see now how he's taking steps. The reason in Breaking Bad he can kill off the entirety of the cartel and completely demolish it, you know, have Juan Bolsa killed by the Federales, you know, kill Don Eladio and all the others. Like, he can do all of this because all of these steps he put into motion. The laundromat, you know, his own distribution network, and finally, the last fucking thing he needed was a chemist. And he found an asshole. And the dog wants it, so I better go get him. Alrighty, so yeah. So, you can see, though it's still going to be a while, since this is still 2002, it's going to be a while, but he's definitely setting up. He's setting up how he's going to do this, you know? Everything is starting to come together, you know? I love this fucking show. So, Jimmy has been suspended for 12 months, but not disbarred. And interesting, I like that, you know, Howard is viewing this as a win. He's trying to stay on the positive side. Chuck obviously doesn't, but it's interesting hearing Howard say, you know, well, if he screws up, then he could be completely disbarred. And it's like, oh, well, more than likely he'll screw up. And it's like, well, I don't know. I'm not saying Jimmy, you know, will be by the numbers for the next 12 months, but he may be better about hiding the things he does. So it's still going to be difficult. It's still going to be difficult for them. We did have Rebecca coming to Jimmy for help with Chuck, and Jimmy saying no. And the thing is, with Rebecca saying, you know, Chuck was right about you. You know, I go back and forth, because on the one hand, it's like, well, Chuck made Jimmy this way. But on the other hand, it's not inaccurate. It's not inaccurate. But that's the thing, is that Chuck has never been inaccurate about Jimmy. He's just been an asshole, you know? He's just been an asshole about Jimmy. And yeah, now at this point, and the whole thing of like, oh, you know, he's mentally ill. What's your excuse and stuff? And it's like, honestly, yeah, I guess I'm torn. I don't want to like say anything that's like definitive or anything like that, but honestly, yeah, at this point, I don't blame Jimmy for not helping Chuck. Like, look, because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, he does have this mental illness, and yes, that is a problem. but the bridge was burned, you know? And how long has he been mentally ill, you know? And maybe I'm just saying words and not even making a point, but I'm kind of with Jimmy that is like, look, you got to get out of this, you know? Like, if there is a relationship where one of them is, you know, putting the other person down so much, I'm almost you could almost say an abusive relationship, get the fuck out of it, you know? Get the fuck out of it. And I get Chuck, he is mentally ill. He's mentally ill. But does that mean Jimmy is obligated to help him? I'm going to say no. Like, look, Rebecca, you weren't here for it all. You weren't here for it all. It's like, well, you know, all the terrible things Chuck has done to Jimmy, but because he is mentally ill, Jimmy should drop everything to help him. No, I don't think I subscribe to that. I think, is it cold? Yes, I will admit it's cold. It's cold to do this, but I think for everybody's betterment, maybe even Chuck's betterment, Jimmy needs to leave. Leave him be. I don't know. So I'm more with Jimmy that it's like, look, the bridge is burned. We're not going to talk about who lit the match or why, or if they, you know, had problems that lit the match or what have you. No matter how the match was lit, the bridge is burned. And that just we just need to let it be burned, I think. Meanwhile, we got the visit from Howard, you know, saying we need to move forward. And Chuck is looking at this thinking, I would bet now he's looking at this like, shit, I need to think about this, you know? You know, he was holding on to that battery and then going out into public. And yeah, it's an interesting thing of like, you know, it seems like now he's going to get himself committed, you know? And if he gets himself committed, then, you know, what that means for HHM, I have no idea. But the fact that he's calling the doctor is very, very interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. We got Mike and Stacy, which was an interesting thing, you know, talking about going to that sort of support group and stuff. I did like that. And then, you know, the whole thing of like, oh, you did like a thing for Maddie or something. And Mike was just like, I did? And it's like, oh yeah, when he was a kid. And it's like, that may have been like 40 years ago, you know? Like, that was probably a long time ago. But it was an interesting scene, definitely. And then the last thing to really talk about is, you know, because Jimmy is suspended for 12 months, it may be a bit difficult to keep up everything at the office. But he is going to try his damnedest. He's going to keep Francesca. He's going to try to have them keep their office. He doesn't want things to change. While, yes, you know, he had to call all his clients and tell them he's going to go on a hiatus. He doesn't want everything to change, especially for Kim, because of everything that's happened. So, and I like that moment. It's like, look, the day that I don't have my half, then we can talk about shutting this place down, and that's only fair. And then, obviously, the last thing, the commercial, you know, figuring out that basically you're being paid to film the commercial, but then the actual ad time you're not selling, you know? So that was a very clever way of doing it. And yeah, making that commercial, and it's like, look, Jimmy can't be the one to try to sell these commercials, to be the sensational, you know, guy on the ad. So Jimmy, rebranded to be Saul Goodman, and I absolutely love that. And I love almost the panic on Kim, like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, you know? Just like, it was such a sensational, crazy commercial, and then just the fact that it ends with, I'm Saul Goodman, like, that was a shock to her, I think, but yeah. But that was a great way of ending it. You know, now that we're on this 12-month path where Jimmy he's going to have to reinvent himself and, figure out things in his life. What better time to introduce the name Saul Goodman? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And we're like, halfway through the show at this point? I think season 6, which is currently airing, is going to have 13 episodes. So we're about to the halfway point of the show, if I've got my math correct. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, halfway through, Saul Goodman. Perfect. I don't even know if they intended that to be the exact halfway point, but here we are. So, yeah, really, really good stuff. Love this show, like always, and I can't wait to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around to any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Better Call Saul reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my Breaking Bad reactions if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.